finished, but they have their roles and they're gonna put their pieces here and their little. It's gonna be word problems.
That's so good.
And they have already gone to a second one because they created a PowerPoint of the problem of the day.
PowerPoint? Did you teach
It's
them how
not
to do it?
finished. I really told them how to get on there, and I said figure it out because I have to go do my small group. So I'm sorry.
But they do that.
That's the
But
problem
like
of the
Robert,
day?
yeah, but like Robert was like, my dad uses this at home. I know how to do it, and I was like, great, Robert, do it. Go ahead. And I told him like you have to have answer choices, and like I do in the problem of the day, A, B, C, and D. So they created. So they did an addition, subtraction, multiplication, and a multi-step. And it's not finished, but I was like, y'all can make it look good and like design it, and so they chose this.
Add some color.
After I finished my small group and I had like 2 groups, I was like, okay, let's go back and you can make it pretty because it was just like white. And they're like, oh, and I showed them how to save it, and it's on the desktop, so they don't have to search for it.
You have to have the floppy
awesome.
disk. You don't know what that is, but that cracks me up every time.
So I said there was a competition for the most pages in a book. So we got 8, Joe got 20, and Violet got 13. How many do they have combined?
Every time.
I have 20 toys. I gave 15 away. How many do I have left? And then they didn't finish the multi-step, but it's on there. It's in there. So I said write it out first and then go type it up. Because they were trying to type it when they didn't have their thoughts together. I said, no. Write it and then go type it.
Right.
So they love it.
That's awesome.
They love it.
We need to get
And I think once we get more into fractions, shapes, and time, we can switch that. So the problems of the day that they come up with are fraction, times, and shapes.
Yeah. I think
As
they'll
we're
like
moving
it.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's your theme. I think I have like one.
That was for math. Like that was more for like the high, the middle. We had them do
Yeah, I have that too.
like a, I don't even know if you, like a flip chart, graphic organizer. I don't know. But basically they did, they chose a times table, so like 9 times 2. They showed it pictorially in an array, like they made their own flashcard like we do. And then a number line. So this was a couple.
It's second grade. You said multiplication?
Yes, we
Yes.
just finished multiplication and
Yes,
division.
and division. We're starting fractions.
Okay.
They're ready.
Now we're on fractions.
But yeah, they all did. Some of the lower kids, I mean, they picked. It's so crazy to me how the kids like know how to pick
Yeah.
the level. So like some of my, higher advanced kids chose like 10 times
Yeah,
10,
they
and
picked
they were
the
able
fact
to do
that-
that.
yep.
And then the emerging students were 2 times 3, and that was enough for them. That was enough of a challenge to see that pictorially how that's laid out in an array, how that's laid out. So like this is a big example of one of my lower student or emerging students. And I mean, it looks really simple, but like just understanding multiplication,
really
how
good.
it's encrypted. No, it looks amazing, of course,
Yeah.
but like it's just a little bit on a
Okay,
smaller
yeah,
scale
yeah.
is what I mean. But they did really well. I know. Oh yeah, she did well.
And we're going to start doing how we do facts on Thursday. We're going to start doing that multiplication after spring break. Instead of we've been doing addition and subtraction, but now we'll start multiplication facts.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I need to catch up on y'all's chart because somebody sent me names.
I did.
Okay,
I
that's
was,
like.
is it in the cafeteria where the?
I haven't put the whatever
Okay,
you
I was
sent
like,
me.
I need 7. Where are my 6? Like I have it in my whiteboard, and the kids are. I really am. I'm
Well,
sorry.
talking about competition. Hey.
Yeah.
Book reports.
Book reports. I don't want to
Reports,
go
even
there every
surprised.
time.
Challenge.
They're like, can I turn this into the library? I said, did you do a book report? No. You better go get a book report and do that before you turn it in.
This class will win.